from the shadows like a lion on the grind coming at you. I'm a menace for the vengeance, so relentless. Hope you ready, cause I'm here to battle. Keeping me awake to the late night. Thinking about a wrong, I'ma make right. When you see me, better take flight. Venom in my veins and I'm all out of play nice. And it's bygone to the bygones. Ain't no turning back when the fight's on. When you see the white in my eyes, better run, better hide. No surviving what I'm on. I ain't here to play around. If I were you, I would run right now. Make your feet bang, bang on the ground. Cause I'ma hunt you down, down, down. I'ma hunt you down. I'ma hunt you down, down, down. Yeah, cause I'ma hunt you down. I'ma hunt you down, down, down.
What is up, guys? Dashing here for episode 32 of Octane in a big way to kick off this week's episode of Octane as we are jumping straight into the action. As always, Ashley Riot preparing to go one-on-one with Keo. And of course, Ashley Riot fresh off of her loss at Mob Violence, where she challenged Ashley Rain for the Women's World Championship. Indeed came up short. Riot in a more foul mood than usual, and actually said earlier this week on social media that Keo is going to pay the price. A big time edition of Octane here tonight, my friends. What a main event we have in store. The new CMV Global Champion, the Ted, is here. He will be in action, going one-on-one with Jason Spade. With only a couple of months left, guys, in this season, all these superstars, men and women alike here in CMV, wanting to garner as much victories as possible, wanting to end the season on a high note. Both these women wanting a shot at the Women's World Championship, undoubtedly. One of them can take a big step forward if victorious here tonight. Keo back in attack in Australia. Her win against Ellie Quinn, she thought finally she would be able to put things behind her, but Ellie Quinn has vowed that things will not be over until she says they're over, has been hounding Keo over the past few weeks, and even in the Women's Royal Rumble match at Mob Violence. I'm sure she wasn't happy to see last night on Shockwave Ellie Quinn defeat Jane Stone to become the new Miss Magnificent 8. That's got a stick in the craw of Keo, who starts off high here against Ashley Riot. Speaking of championships, guys, a little bit later on, the Rite of Passage Championship going to be on the line as Jay Young challenges Ethan Parker. Rapid kicks to the face there by Keo, followed up by a knee drop. Violence is the host for many surprises in both Royal Rumble matches, and one of the bigger surprises was certainly the return of Levi Marta, and he's going to be in action here tonight, going one-on-one with Ugbjorn. That should be a very interesting clash between the two of them as Riot now in control. A couple of stomps to the face of Keo. Quick sweep of the leg, though. The former Women's World Champion back to her feet, tries for a stomp. And while Riot is focused on getting another shot at the Women's World Championship, surely looking over her shoulders, Riley Van Wilson has put a target on her back for what Riot did to Xiaorong back in Attack in Australia. We've seen Riley Van Wilson stalking Riot over the last few weeks. RVW saying she will make Ashley Riot pay for what happened at Attack in Australia. The career of Xiaorong potentially being ended for good. Riot gonna mock Keo. Gets back into the ring, no clean ring entry. Gonna walk Kyo over to the corner. Validation, guys. Less than 2 weeks away. As a war no longer just brewing here in CMV. It is fully being waged at this point. As I talked about last night, a line has been drawn in the sand. Sides are being chosen. As both Jackson Wright and Madison Wright jock for control of CMV. Madison Wright is no longer sitting back. She is finally taking her brother seriously. Is it too little too late, though? As Kyo goes for a butterfly suplex, Riot able to escape mid-air. Dragon screw by the Deathmatch Empress. Another sweep of the leg. Kyo doing her best to stay off her back, pulling at the arm now of Riot. Coming up next, we've got some mixed tag team action as Aria, Isabella Almas, and Amare Rivers will be taking on the team of Maggie Shaw and the Ozakai. Now, what a team that is. Oh, grabbing Kyo by the hair and just slamming her face first into the canvas. Worked so well the first time, why not do it again? Kyo gonna respond with a kick to the side of the head, back to work on the arm. Obviously, Kyo has some sort of strategy here. Pulling Riot to her feet. Out of the corner of attack, gonna try for that butterfly suplex again. This time, she will be able to execute it fully. Not gonna stop there either. Clothesline. Another one, but Riot won't stay down. Tries for a quick kick to the gut, caught by Kyo, sweeps her off her feet, lets out a little woo! Kyo appreciating the support of these fans, but Riot catching her off guard with that kick. And look at that! In an instant, Riot Act! Out of nowhere, hooks the leg. One, but a rope break for Kyo. Just after the count of one. Otherwise, this match might have been over. Great wherewithal by Kyo, but that Riot Act certainly had to hurt. Kyo responding with the double knee face breaker, hooks the leg. One, now a rope break for Riot. That's what happens when you put two veterans in the ring against one another. Know that ring inside and out, but Kyo staying on top of Riot with the Tanahashi clothesline. 1, 2, and so nearly able to secure the dub, but Riot just hurling herself at Kyo. Kyo, quick to think, unleashing a combination, taking Riot off her feet, but for only a second. Sends her out onto the apron. Oh, and dropping her. Rope first. Right down onto the top rope. Knocking Riot down to the outside, and Kyo just really favoring that left arm of Ashley Riot throughout this match. Takes to the top of the head. Still crazy to think that Ashley Riot, for as long as she's been in CMV, technically has yet to hold championship gold. She was given the Women's Tag Team Championship when when Riley Van Wilson was injured at the hands of Violet Evans back at Dead in Tokyo, but she didn't actually win it. Definitely took Ashley Rain to the limit at Mob Violence, but still coming up short as she gets back into the ring. Kyo saying she's all about that dollar. Kyo chasing the bag? Bag chaser Kyo? Forearm smash after a big chop to the chest. That was certainly heard throughout the entire arena. And look at that. Hammerlock sit-out spinebuster. Vintage Ashley Riot right there. But she ain't finished. Brings Kyo back to her feet. Tries for a head kick. Kyo able to duck it. And now a cravat suplex. Just going to throw Riot through the air. Kyo gets back into the ring. Keeping her distance, allowing Riot to get back into the squared circle. Dropping Riot with the German suplex and a bridge to pin. Could she potentially steal it here? Nearly, but nearly not enough. Riot with the quickness. Hammerlock vertical suplex. While she's got Kyo down, trying to keep her there, but missed that kick. Hangman's neck breaker. Cringe-inducing there. As now Riot going to give Kyo a taste of her own medicine. Tearing at the arm like Kyo has been doing to her throughout this whole match. And some more stomps to the face. Trying to slow things down, keep herself in control, but wait a minute! There's that pile driver that ended the career of Xiaorong and Attack in Australia. 1, 2, 3, no! But somehow it isn't enough to put Kyo down for the count here tonight. Riot pissed off for just a second, lets herself get distracted, but right back to work, looking for another Riot act. Kyo saying not so fast. Puts her back out onto the apron now. Kyo getting dropped face first out of that top rope. Riot right back into the ring, kick to the back of the knee, kick to the chest. Again, a kick to the back of the knee, into the enziguri. Riot doesn't want to let Kyo get away here. Double axe handle. Kyo throwing out a clothesline. Jumping clothesline by Ashley Riot. Kyo picking herself up, gets into the corner. She ain't going to be safe there, though. Riot, not too sure what she wants to do here as she throws Kyo to the other side of the ring. Now full steam ahead. Forearm smash, hang on! We've seen this before! Riot act! Hooks the leg. 1, 2, what? What? Ashley Riot beside herself as Kyo building up that momentum for the basement drop kick. Flips her over, hooks the leg. 1, 2. What a match to kick off Octane episode 32. Kyo with maybe her last ditch ever here. A second Tanahashi clothesline. Falling into the pin. 1, 2, 3, and Kyo barely able to get the win here tonight against a game Ashley Riot. A phenomenal matchup to get things started here tonight. Kyo continuing to build on her momentum as she looks over her shoulder. Excuse me. Pardon. As I was saying, Kyo celebrating this win, but knowing full well that Ellen Quinn is hot on her heels. What has Kyo got to do, guys, to get Ellen Quinn off her back for good? Was a couple weeks ago in that tag team match, Mina embarrassed her by tying her up in that Windsor knot and then kicking her you know where. And Alma saying she is not the one to be treated like that. And as you can see, Arya hard at work training, specifically Isabella Almas attempting to master the Windsor knot. After weeks ago, Mina embarrassed Isabella Almas during a tag team matchup utilizing the Windsor knot and a kick up the bum. Almas taking that as the ultimate insult and since has waged war on not only Mina but Maggie Shaw as well. Isabella Almas, of course, attacking Maggie Shaw backstage before a scheduled match with Mina so that she could take her place in that match and ended up defeating Mina. Mina did get her win back, though, the last time the two faced off, but here tonight it's mixed tag team action as Arya going to take on their respective foes in Maggie Shaw and the Ozakai. Amare Rivers been dealing with the Ozakai over the last couple of weeks. Beef between them starting on an episode of Ignition where Amare Rivers knocked off the Ozakai after the Ozakai says Isabella almost smelled so bad at ringside it distracted him, while Amare Rivers said the reason he lost is because Isabella almost was just trying to simply ask about his tattoos, inquire about his tattoos, so innocently. We did see a rematch between the two last episode of Octane, in which the Ozakai got his win back. But here tonight, Isabella Almas and Amare Rivers, the lovebirds of CMV, going to try to work together. Will their training pay off? The massive Ozakai. I'm sure many in that CMV locker room were ecstatic with the fact that Ozakai was not a part of the Royal Rumble match at Mob Violence. Missed out, unfortunately, but Ozakai more than happy here tonight to help out Maggie Shaw. Hand another loss to Arya. Still to come tonight, guys. Up next, Jay Young will challenge Ethan Parker for the Rite of Passage Championship. We're going to see Bjorn in action as he goes one-on-one with Levi Marta. And in our main event, the new global champion, the Ted, looking to kick off his reign with a bang as he takes on Jason Spade. That should be a humdinger. Well, Maggie Shaw saying that she ain't going to be somebody's bitch, and especially not going to be made into Isabella Almas' bitch. Almas thinking she can just walk away after attacking Maggie Shaw backstage all those weeks ago like it was nothing. Actually, the Ozakai saving Maggie Shaw last week from a beatdown at the hands of Isabella Almas after Amare Rivers got involved. Definitely an unorthodox combination when you look at the two side by side, but I guess we'll see. Unorthodox duos throughout the history of CMV have more often than not gone on to have great success. Will the Ozakai and Maggie Shaw have success here tonight as the fellas will be getting things started? Amare Rivers and the Ozakai currently all tied up. Amare Rivers with a win against the Ozakai on Ignition. The Ozakai with a win against Amare Rivers on Octane. Up into the fireman's carry position. Gonna give Amare Rivers the snake eyes very early on. Also coming up here tonight, guys, Andrew Briggs, after his historic run in the men's Royal Rumble match at Mob Violence, gonna be going one-on-one here tonight with Kwame Bullet. And let's not forget that matchup we have in store between Ozone and Anarchy champion Blake Virtue, man. I know I say it a lot, but if there's any match that's going to steal the show, that's going to be an early match of the year contender, it's Ozone and Blake Virtue. You do not want to miss that. And in come the ladies. Springboard DDT from Almas. Followed up by a stomp to the shoulder. And apparently that's all she wants to do right now. Tags in Amare Rivers, so in comes the Ozakai. Ozakai throwing out a very slow punch. Amare able to easily avoid it. Springboard moonsault takes down the Ozakai now to the top rope. Swanton bomb, but Ozakai getting up his knees, and that's got to be like falling on some logs there, some tree trunks. Standing corkscrew senton. But a kick to the side of Amare's head. A man Ozakai's size, dangerous even off his back. Oh my gosh, now gonna drop Amare chest first on the top rope. Just giving him a tour of the entire ring right now. Tag to Maggie Shaw. Validation, my friends, just under 2 weeks away. And some huge matches already confirmed for the event. We, of course, know that men's Royal Rumble match winner Bison has chosen who he wants to face, and that's Chris Diamond for the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship. We saw what he did last night, taking out every single member of Aurelius one by one. Only Diamond is left. And we know that women's Royal Rumble match winner Ari Lee set to challenge Ashley Rain for the Women's World Championship. We also know that Tora Troy Evans going to make her in-ring debut in CMV, going one-on-one with her longtime rival, Amber Reed. But also made official, my friends, just earlier tonight, the tug-of-war match will return. The first ever, though, women's tug-of-war match in CMV history, as Team Ellie Quinn will face Team Keo. The members of each team yet to be revealed, but the women continue to make history here this season as Isabella almost taunting Maggie Shaw. Maggie not going to have any of that. The second generation superstar with a kick to the midsection of Alma. Spinning soul kick taking Maggie off her feet though. Almas with the schoolboy powerbomb, vintage right there. Now from the corner, tuning up the band, we all know what comes next. A little bit of sweet chin music. Hooks the leg, will that be it? One, no. Johnson with the eyes of a hawk here tonight. Oh, Amari Rivers a bit late, knocking Ozakai off the apron, but I guess better late than never. Almost staying on top of Maggie Shaw, going for that military press, but Shaw able to counter with a punch between the eyes. Now from behind, back suplex. Desperate pin attempt by Maggie Shaw. Will it pay off? No, Amari Rivers distracting Johnson. Ozakai gonna make him pay. Chasing him off as Shaw drags Isabella by arm and by leg away from the ropes. Decides though to make the tag to the Ozakai. Once again, Ozakai's punch is just a little bit too slow. Amari Rivers able to very easily outmaneuver the sumo wrestler. Grabbing him by the hair, throwing him down onto the mat. But again, Ozakai agile, especially for a man his size, more agile than you would think. Throwing him all right out of the corner like it ain't no thing but a chicken wing. Now the Ozakai looking for a hook to the up, perhaps trying to set up that belly-to-belly slam, which Amare wants nothing to do with. Grabbing the hair again. Now he begins to tune up the band from the corner. Sweet chin music to the Ozakai. Right into the pin, hooks that big old leg. 1, 2, but the Ozakai out at the count of 2. Doesn't stop there. Does Amare Rivers making the tag to Isabella Almas. Ozakai starting to get to his feet as Maggie Shaw goes right after Almas, but gets caught. The fireman's carry. Oh, an F5! What the hell? An F5 from Isabella Almas. But Ozakai distracting Johnson. Well, that is certainly new from Almas. Maybe picked that up during her training sessions over this past week with Amare Rivers. Tries to go for a senton there off Brett's rope, but missed. Gonna try for the military press again. And this time Maggie Shaw not able to escape into the standing moonsault. Things not looking very good right now for Maggie Shaw as the tag is made to Amare Rivers. Ozakai's jaw probably still throbbing after that sweet chin music. Throws out a clothesline. Doesn't do very much to the Yosukai, though. Rolls out of the way, kick to the knee, grabbing the hair, man. That's Amare's go-to in this match, apparently. Oh, we know what Amare Rivers might be trying to look for here. That's what he knocked off the Yosukai with that ignition a couple of weeks ago. That standing 450 splash. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3, and able to grab the dub for he and Isabella Almas here tonight on Octane episode 32. Apparently, Audia's trading over this past week paying off as they pick up a great win here in this mixed tag team matchup. Look at that F5, man. A highlight of the match right there for sure. Just casually pulling out an F5. And the standing 450 splash wins the day for the Lovebirds, Audia. And now a love fest in the ring to celebrate a hard-earned victory. That's right, lads, gents. Ascendance returning to the O2 Arena in London, the United Kingdom, for the first time since Ascendance 6. Ascendance 11, baby. The biggest show on earth. Coming June 2023, but coming up next, the Rite of Passage Championship is going to be on the line. As the TV Nightmare, accompanied by his protege, his good friend, Ben Stacy, gonna be challenging Ethan Parker for his Rite of Passage Championship right here, right now. And Jay Young, really over the last couple months, guys, has been on a hot run. In fact, he holds 2 victories against Ethan Parker. The last one back at Bloodsport. Jay Young even saying earlier this week on social media, first I taught you respect, Ethan Parker. Taught you to respect your betters. Now here tonight, I'm going to take your rite of passage championship. Ben Stacy been uber impressive himself since debuting a couple of weeks ago. Undefeated. A victory against Andrew Briggs in his debut. Last week knocking off Matthew Justice on Ignition. But the next big thing, making his first defense. Listen to that ovation, man. There's a reason Ethan Parker was voted the next big thing. The CM Universe firmly behind him. Of course, capturing the Rite of Passage Championship from Ozone a couple of weeks ago. Handing Ozone his very first loss, and well, coming off of that incredible tag team matchup last episode of Octane, where he and Ozone did come up short against Shea Hoxton and Xander Slade, but man, an early match of the year contender. If you missed that tag team matchup, do yourself a favor, go back and watch it. But here tonight, Ethan Parker focused on defending the Rite of Passage Championship. Of course, we know whoever holds that championship can cash it in for a shot at either the Global Championship or the Undisputed Heavyweight Championship. The longer you take to cash it in, the more you must defend it. Jay Young actually a part of the ladder match back at Dark Carnival to crown the inaugural Rite of Passage champion. That match, of course, was won by the Ted, who here tonight in the main event, kicking off his reign as global champion against Jason Spade. But that's what it's all about right here, baby. The Rite of Passage Championship. Jay Young, undoubtedly a favorite, again holding 2 victories over Ethan Parker in recent months. With the championship on the line here, can he do it a third time? And when the lights are on bright, will Ethan Parker win when it matters most? A very stoic Parker again. Listen to that ovation. Ethan Parker has got the support of these fans in attendance here tonight. The would-be king against the next big thing, baby. Here we go. Rite of Passage Championship on the line. Ethan Parker is ready, but is he willing and able? As Ben Stacy watches from ringside, will he be a factor in this matchup? Hopefully not, but I guess we'll find out as Parker with a swinging knee. Oh, and the cameraman apparently on his lunch break. Looks like we're going to have this fixed camera position at least for now. Kick to the middle of the back. Jay Young right up to his feet. He wasn't a fan of that. There we go. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Indeed. Combination of most gorgeous. Talking about. Kick to the midsection, caught by Jay Young. Irish Whip gonna send him down to the outside now. Indeed, still to come, we've got Ozone versus Blake Virtue. We've got the Ted versus Jason Spade. This is a stacked edition of Octane, my friends. But isn't it always? We still got the Octane debut of Levi Marta coming up as well. Maybe his return in the Royal Rumble match at Mob Violence didn't go so well for him, but perhaps he'll fare better here tonight against Ugyorn. And the returning Reese Matthews, by the way, in the building. New manager of Ugyorn. We'll, of course, talk about that more later, but the total package back in CMV. Gonna be nice to see him. Haven't seen him since shortly after Ascendance 10 vanished once again. Snapping the arm of Ethan Parker here. Rite of Passage Championship on the line, guys. Ethan Parker does have a champion's advantage, meaning he can retain via count out or disqualification, but you see he's not going to. Gets back into the ring. Waiting patiently for Jay Young, who has until 20, but Ethan Parker going to break the count. So Jay Young can only win the championship here tonight by pinfall or submission in the ring. What a dink there, as Parker just sent headfirst into the steel post. Jay Young breaking the eyes of Ethan Parker, but again going to fail to connect with that attempted elbow drop. Parker gets out of the way, and now hitting his own Tiger Bomb. ringside. Jay Young going splat. Rite of Passage Championship so far has only been cashed in successfully once, and that was by the agent. Defeated Joseph Santos to become global champion. Parker to the top rope after thinking about it for a minute. Cross body, but man, Jay Young able to sidestep it. That went terribly for Ethan Parker. Now up against the barricade, Jay Young, snake eyes, dropping the young champion right down on top of the barricade, and again gonna throw him headfirst into the steel post. Writhing in agony as Ethan Parker just took quite a beatdown at the hands of the TV Nightmare, who now mocks Ethan Parker. Not gonna give him a chance to catch his breath though. Parker catches him as he exits the ring, throwing him down onto the floor. And a DDT off the kneeling position, guys. Damage doubled at ringside. Concrete floor lying underneath those thin pads. Doesn't do very much for the superstars. Perfect plex. Can't try to bridge though and pin. It's not falls count anywhere. Parker's got to get Young back into the ring. Forearm smash, tries for a punch to the midsection, but Young going to instead bring up into the fireman's carry position, maybe looking for that Samoan drop kick to the midsection, corkscrew, neck breaker. Up to a count of 8 here. Fans taking pictures in the front row. Hyped up for an incredible night of action here on Octane episode 32. Up to a count of 11, guys. Now we're getting into dangerous territory here. Jay Young needs to get back into the ring. He cannot win the championship by countout. Throwing Parker down onto the floor. Young gets back into the ring. He's got to reset the count though, or Parker's got to get back into the ring. Oh, Ben Stacy gonna make sure he gets back into the ring. We were wondering if he would be a factor, and there you go. Now Jay Young adding insult to injury. Taking the arm of Ethan Parker. And a stomp to the shoulder. Oh no, middle of the ring, Jay Young! Regal stretch! Regal stretch in the middle of the ring with the Rite of Passage Championship on the line. Will we have a new champion here tonight? Ethan Parker fighting with everything he's got, refusing to give in, but is the damage done? Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. Yes, Jay Young is the new Rite of Passage champion. The TV Nightmare securing himself the Rite of Passage championship here tonight, but wait a second. Jay Young, not content with just the win here, making sure the message is clear. Attacking Ethan Parker, the match is over. You've won the championship, Jay, uncalled for. Well, guys, coming up next here on Octane episode 32, Andrew Briggs in the ring, ready for action against Kwame Bullet. The music of Kwame Bullet play. Wait a minute! Wait a minute! Look who it is! The Bull! Hugo Steele, who made his return at Mob Violence in the Men's Royal Rumble match. Looks like he's ready for action here tonight. Taking out Kwame Bullet on the stage, and he wants a piece of Andrew Briggs, it looks like. The Bull out of action for over 6 months, returning in the Royal Rumble at Mob Violence. Guys, what a run he had. In fact, he was the one that eliminated Andrew Briggs, ended that historic run by the Benchmark in the Royal Rumble match, setting a new record for most time spent in the Royal Rumble match. And apparently Hugo Steele is not finished with Andrew Briggs. Taking him down into a half camel clutch. The former COG champion, King of the Hill winner, the Bull Hugo Steele, not going anywhere. And he ain't waiting around. We know how impatient Hugo Steele is. Remember, he was supposed to receive his shot at the Undisputed Heavyweight Championship at Ascendance 10, but he told Jackson Wright, I'm not waiting. He wanted the championship match, the Shockwave after Absolution, and he got it. And, well, we know what happened. Michael Hawk ended up defeating him, and then Hugo Steele just vanished. Andrew Briggs getting absolutely brutalized right now by Steele, trying to fight back. This is the second week in a row that Andrew Briggs was scheduled to face another opponent and then was thrown a curveball. His last episode of Octane, Jay Young took Andrew's opponent's spot and ended up defeating him. Now Hugo Steele doing the same thing here tonight. Andrew Briggs just can't seem to catch a break. If you're an opponent, a scheduled opponent of Andrew Briggs, you're cursed. Look at Hugo, man. Moving like a man on a mission. Just absolutely dissecting Andrew Briggs right now. Taking him down with a tiger suplex. Non-stop. Briggs does not know how to respond. Doing his best to keep his head above the water here. There we go. Forearm smash to the side of the head. And an elbow drop to the down Hugo. Gonna try to keep him down. Andrew Briggs is a smart man, and I know that he is. Another elbow drop. Grabbing Hugo by the horns. Jumping DDT. Tries for a stop, but Steele gonna try to just chuck himself at Andrew. Back suplex turned into a one-handed power bomb. Oh man, and now look at this. Hugo Steele showing off his technical abilities. Not just a monster. Attempting to out-wrestle Andrew Briggs there, but now he's got him on the apron, and here's vintage Hugo Steele. Closed fists across the chest, one after the other. Have a nice trip. See you next fall, Andrew Briggs. But non-stop is Hugo Steele. Grabbing Andrew's ankle, gets an enziguri for his troubles. Pulls him up from the knee position. Simple swinging neck breaker. Enough to take Hugo Steele down, but that kick to the back only serves to piss Steele off as he brings Andrew Briggs up into the vertical suplex position, counters out of it into a German suplex. Now up to a count of 3. Briggs bringing this fight back into the ring. Oh, but gets instantly caught with a choke slam, but counters with an elbow to the side of the head, knee up under the jaw, inverted Frankensteiner. Andrew from the corner, while he's got the opening here, lining up his shot, knee trembler. Right to the top rope, no time to waste it, he knows it. Corkscrew, senton connecting vintage Andrew Briggs. 1, 2, no! about as close to 3 as a superstar can get. 2.999, but Hugo Steele remaining in the fight for now. Andrew Briggs trying to stay on top of him like peanut butter on jelly. Big old clothesline, just about decapitating Hugo Steele. Oh man, Steele came into this match after attacking Kwame Bullet on the stage like a bull let loose, released from its pen, but now things are slowing down as Andrew Briggs in control. Doesn't want to be punked out 2 weeks in a row. Hugo gets back to his feet, carrying Andrew into the corner, throwing him around like a rag doll. The quickness of Andrew Briggs, I think, is what's saving him in this match, able to outmaneuver Hugo Steele, but will it be enough as he throws Hugo down to the outside? Hey man, the Royal Rumble match is over. You already made history. STO and Hugo gonna utilize an elbow of his own. Jesus, man. Deadlift claw slam like it's nothing. The count of 3, Andrew Briggs gonna get back into the ring. He ain't playing around with your boy. And look at this, telling Hugo Steele, you want some, big fella? Here I am. I ain't backing down. I ain't running. Hugo gonna grab him as he exits the ring, though, throws him gut first into the steel steps and punches to the side of the head. Elbow to the midsection. Andrew Briggs caught with a knee to the gut, though. Hugo Steele, a freak of nature. Big, strong, fast, agile. Brutal when he wants to be. Oh, bow tie backbreaker. Some more shots to the side of the head, giving Andrew a taste of the floor there. Dragon Skadoo by the benchmark of CMV. Proving that even at his age, he can still get the job done. Making history at Mob Violence, breaking the record for longest time spent in a Royal Rumble match. Entered at number 3 and nearly went pillar to post. Circling the entire ring here before getting back into the ring, taking his time, having a nice little stroll. Look at this, Briggs again gonna mock Hugo Steele, saying, come on, motherfucker. Not too sure what happened there. I think Andrew Briggs attempted to set up the Shining Wizard, but Hugo Steele is just like a brick wall, man. What is Andrew doing here? Oh, dropping Hugo gut first on the top rope and a knee to the side of the head. Hooks the leg. Wow. 1, 2. But Hugo Steele still not done for. Andrew Briggs can't believe it. Back to the top rope, gonna try for another corkscrew senton. Does not connect this time. Hugo Steele able to move out of the way. And now scraping the forehead of Andrew Briggs. Insult to injury. Inverted atomic drop. Big boot into the senton. 300 plus pounds. Oh no, perfect positioning for the bull splash. 1, 2, 3, and Hugo Steele picking up a hard-fought win here tonight. The matchup he wasn't even supposed to be in. For the second week in a row, Andrew Briggs punked out. But the bull is back, and he ain't waiting for nobody. You could say taking the bull by the horns here tonight. Picking up this huge win. Mamma mia, are you guys ready for this next matchup? If this ain't a banger, I will eat my shorts. I'm not going to have any shorts left, man. I'm down to like one pair. But we are about to see a match of the year candidate in the making as Ozone prepares to take on Anarchy champion Blake Virtue. At the Mob Violence event, the men's Royal Rumble match, Ozone had himself quite a run, and during that run, eliminated Blake Virtue. Now, Blake Virtue, behind the scenes, guys, backstage has been talking a bit of shit about Ozone, been running his mouth a little bit. And perhaps Ozone heard that, ran up on him in the Royal Rumble match. Said, talk that shit face to face then. Why Blake Virtue isn't a fan of Ozone, not too sure, but if Ozone wants the beef, then Blake Virtue happy to deliver it here tonight. We call Blake Virtue the best bout machine for a reason. Very rarely does Virtue step into that CMV ring and have a average match. Every single time he's between those ropes, you're virtually guaranteed to have a humdinger on your hands. Successfully retaining that Anarchy Championship, of course, at Mob Violence against Bjorn. And now Ozone potentially looking to get himself a shot at that championship if they can knock Virtue off here tonight. It's not on the line right now. It's a non-title matchup. Still to come tonight, my friends, we've got Bjorn joined by his new representative, Reese Matthews, taking on the returning Levi Marta. In our main event, the new global champion, the Ted, takes on Jason Spade, looking to kick off his reign with a bang. That is sure to be a great match as well, but here we go, man. Ozone, Blake Virtue, one-on-one. First time ever. Starts off with a simple kick to the chest, going to send Ozone into the corner. And Virtue early on going to target the left knee of Ozone. Not a bad strategy. We know Ozone, guys. Doesn't take him any time at all to take to the air. Springboards, jumping off the bottom rope, middle rope, top rope. Ozone loves soaring through the sky. Virtue trying to not even give him the chance here. Suffocating him early on, but there's Ozone with a quick shot to the jaw. Former Zero-G champion. Former Rite of Passage champion Ozone with the Worldly Bird head scissors into a knee drop. Of course, just earlier tonight, we crowned a new Rite of Passage champion. Jay Young defeating Ethan Parker. Nose acting up tonight as Ozone looks to act up with an attempted moonsault, but took a little bit too long. Virtue able to get up the knee, spinning soul kick. There's a bottom rope moonsault. Again, Virtue with the wherewithal to avoid it. Knee drop to the extended arm. Virtue, of course, going to want to try to keep Ozone grounded here. Much easier said than done, though, as Ozone hoists Virtue up and gonna send him out of the ring, again eliminating him. Just like he did at Mob Violence in the men's Royal Rumble match. Tries for a head kick, Virtue. Kick to the midsection into a powerbomb position. Onto the apron and then whipping Ozone's shoulder first. Into the apron as well. Virtue getting a bit rough here. What is Virtue's problem with Ozone? Maybe Virtue doesn't appreciate all the fanfare Ozone has gotten since his return early last month. stomps to the chest of Ozone. You know that Blake Virtue thrives in the spotlight, loves when all eyes are on him. And typically they are, for good reason. But then Ozone comes along, he's putting on banger after banger, week after week. Oh, we've seen this before from Virtue, guys! Knee to the side of the head, hooks the leg, 1, 2! But Protectio Neck does not get the job done for the Anarchy champion here tonight. Perhaps Virtue has the need to win, though. Yes, he does! Hooks the leg, 1, 2! Wow, okay! Well, a bit of a letdown, if I'm being completely honest. Virtue dominating throughout most of that match and putting Ozone away with the recoil. Here I was thinking we were going to get a match of the year candidate, but Ozone not on his game here tonight. You can see how unhappy he is with himself. Virtue, though, ecstatic with this victory and result. Into our tertiary main event we go here on Octane episode 32, my fine feathered friends, as Czar prepares to finish what he started last episode of Octane when he viciously attacked Troy Colt just before Troy Colt was set to have an interview, speak his mind on all that's been happening over the last couple of months. Czar just came out of nowhere and ended up power bombing him off the loading dock through a table. But defiantly, guys, Troy Colt still entering the men's Royal Rumble match at Mob Violence at number 30 against the wishes of CMV Doctors, and ended up making it to the final two. Came down to he and Bison, but, well, Bison wasn't going to let anyone stand in his way. And now Troy Colt nowhere near 100%, but not about to let Czar get away with what he did last episode of Octane. The never say die attitude of Troy Colt might end up costing him here tonight, though. Czar, an absolute beast, and we know that he's been working very closely with Shockwave general manager Jackson Wright. Over the last couple weeks, we saw what Czar did to Madison Wright's office last episode of Octane. Absolutely destroyed it. Was Czar dispatched by Jackson Wright, or by the company, to do what he did to Troy Colt last episode of Octane. Maybe hoping to eliminate Troy Colt from the equation once and for all, but it's Troy Colt we're talking about, baby. Entering the ring is energetic as always, but I don't know if that's going to last, guys. Once that bell rings, will Troy Colt be able to hold his own against Czar here in our tertiary main event? Czar swing at Troy Colt straight out the gate, but caught with a German suplex. Czar straight back up to his feet. Met with a Falcon Arrow. Troy Colt knows that he can't let Czar get going here. Hot start by Colt. Hangman's neckbreaker. Czar just will not stay down, though. Kick to the head, counters the scoop slam attempt into a reverse DDT. A million miles a minute. Troy Colt tries for a standing moonsault, but Czar able to get out of the way. Kick to the midsection, forearm smash, knife edge chop, and again, one more time. Forearm smash, knife edge chop. Lighten up the chest of Czar like the 4th of July. Hook to the jaw, gonna spin Czar around. Well, this is not how I expect this match to start, man. Troy Colt giving Czar a whooping. Czar gonna escape that full Nelson knee to the midsection, kick across the chest. Czar up against the ropes, and Czar gonna be realizing who he started this beef with. Leads him into a Russian leg sweep after hitting him with the kitchen sink. Czar going to be able to avoid that knee drop. Finally gives him an opening here. And Troy Colt up against the ropes. Oh, God. Got to sandwich him. And just unleashing a barrage of brutal-looking knees into a last call. Troy Colt continuing to fight. Kick to the side of Czar's head. Gonna yank out his arm. As Troy Colt continues to fight, guys. Coming up next in our co-main event, Bjorn with his new representative, Reese Matthews, taking on the returning Levi Marta. And in our main event, the new global champion, the Ted, is in action, kicking off his reign against Jason Spade. Dropped is Troy Colt. Face first off the top turnbuckle. And now Czar got him in the corner. Stomps to the chest. Oh, quick bicycle super kick by Colt. Those cat-like reflexes. And in an instant, Colt nearly has Czar beat. That's why I said never count out Troy Colt. Looking for the head kick now, but Czar, able to see it coming, just throws Colt overhead with a belly-to-belly, falling into the cover. Czar perhaps a little bit desperate here. Troy Colt straight back up to his feet. Czar waiting for him. Forearm smash, knife edge chop, and a clothesline with the roll through. Troy Colt, well, he's got the chance. Looking for a hook to the jaw, trying to set up the 330 slam again, just getting yeeted. Stops it this time, just Colt in the very last second. Brings Czar up to a seat, gonna look for that hook to the jaw again. 330 slam countered, and what a boot from Czar! Nearly taking off Colt's head, but grabs the bottom rope as Troy Colt, the former global champion, saving his skin with that rope break. Czar! Czar! With the bear hug! Trying to squeeze the life out of Troy Colt! But Troy Colt fighting and fighting to escape! Clapping the temples of Czar. Hook to the jaw. Backstabber! Thought he might have been looking for the 330 slam again. Big old chop down the chest. Into a perfect plex. Not going to try to go for the pin there instead. Anaconda Vice! Anaconda Vice! Vintage Troy Colt! Got Czar in a very bad way right now. But the Iranian Hulk able to hang in there as Colt goes up to the top rope now. Gonna Fly through the air with a frog splash. Czar able to get up the knees. Into a surprise small package. Troy Colt looking to steal it. 1, 2, and he almost does. Troy Colt just, oh, another one! Another big boot. No rope break this time. 1, 2. What? Unable to believe it, and I can't blame Czar. Troy Colt, oh! Taken down with the Oklahoma Stampede, and Czar now gonna stay on top of Troy Colt. Sticking to that man like white on rice, but Colt somehow still has some fight left in him. Colt with the knee to the midsection. Building up a head full of steam as he looks to unleash that leg drop bulldog of his. Vintage Troy Colt charging up. Czar. Nails! The leg drop bulldog, and Czar just gets right back up. Man, that's one of Troy's. What the hell? Tombstone pile driver! Holy shit! Czar just pulling that out of nowhere. Jawbreaker though from Colt, taking it on the chin like the absolute pimp that he is. Sliding kick to the side of the head. Back to the top rope, gonna try for that frog splash again, maybe. No, this time, Phoenix Splash! An unbelievable Phoenix Splash, leading Troy Colt into the 330 slam counted by Czar, the third big boot counted by Colt. But the Czar with the bear hug again, catching Troy Colt, and can Colt escape one more time? Czar wrenching and wrenching. Troy Colt does not give in, but collapses to the canvas as Czar puts him down with the Michinoku driver. 1, 2, 3. Troy Colt fought and fought and fought in this match. But in the end, the indomitable Czar. And look at this, Colt still unwilling to stay down. Hang on a second. Czar appreciates the great match. Czar appreciates the great match. There's no way that Troy Colt is going to shake this man's hand, though, after what he did last episode of Octane. There ain't no way he's going to shake this man's hand. No shot in hell. Troy Colt saying the ball's on this guy. Big cheap shot, but deserved. Who does Czar think he is? Troy Colt giving him what for. Czar might have won the match, but Troy Colt with the last laugh here tonight and still standing. It is our co-main event coming up next, lads, gents, here on Octane, episode 32. Of course, still to come in our main event, the new global champion, the 10, is in action, as he will go one-on-one with Jason Spade. But first, the downright scary Ugbjorn in action with his new representative, the total package, the former undisputed world heavyweight champion, Reese Matthews. Ugbjorn was told a couple of weeks ago that a red fox would lead him to great success here in CMV, would lead him to his destiny. And during a convention earlier this week, Ugbjorn found Reese Matthews, who was calling himself the Red Fox, trying to hit on a mom. Ugbjorn had to just about physically drag Reese Matthews back to CMV. Matthews didn't seem all that interested, but then Ugbjorn said he'd get paid. Ugbjorn would make sure that he got his money's worth. So now the former undisputed heavyweight champion, the Red Fox, in the corner of his new client, who's going to be taking on Levi Marta here tonight, who made his return at Mob Violence in the men's Royal Rumble match, entered at number 2. First time we had seen Levi Marta in years. Former United States champion, former World Tag Team champion, the Demented, the Insane, the Psycho, Bacnick, Levi Marta. But his grand return was short-lived as Andrew Briggs just about instantaneously eliminated him. Quite a letdown for the many Levi Marta fans in attendance, and I'm sure for Levi Marta himself. Looking to make up for it, though, here tonight. Levi Marta, one of the most unpredictable competitors to ever step foot in a CMV ring. But we saw what happened to him in the Royal Rumble match. Is there perhaps just a little bit too much ring rust on Levi Marta all these years and years later? I guess we'll find out for sure right here, right now in our co-main event. Ugbjorn joined by his new representative, the Red Fox, Reese Matthews, taking on Levi Marta. Levi immediately trying to go after Ugbjorn, just getting pushed back. Kick to the midsection, though. There we go. Takes him off his feet with a clobbering blow to the upper back. Now a wheelbarrow face buster. Levi, so far so good. The opening few moments of this matchup into a half camel clutch. After failing to capture the Anarchy Championship at Mob Violence from Blake Virtue, Ugbjorn went looking for purpose. And it was foretold that his destiny, he would be led to his destiny by a Red Fox. And that Red Fox is evidently Reese Matthews. Will the former undisputed world heavyweight champion lead Ugbjorn to great success here in CMV? Elevated side slam by the monster of a man right into his own half camel clutch. Gets out of it though, does Levi. Quite a size difference here between these two. That's never stopped Levi before though. Won the United States Championship, guys, in his debut. I believe it was the night after Ascendance 2, I want to say. Defeated Zach Payne to win the United States Championship. One of very few superstars to win a championship in their debut match. Very, very short list. Levi Marta at the top of it. Levi Marta getting thrown out of the ring right now, though, by Ugbjorn. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, but not finished. Is Ugbjorn as he makes his way over to Marta, stomping on his bicep. Able to catch that kick attempt to the chest, turns it into a dragon skill. And Marta mimicking Bjorn with a stop to the bicep. Not just one though. Again, pushed back is Marta as he tries to square up. Sit out, Uranagi! At ringside, man. That is not a gentle landing. Levi Marta, also a former World Tag Team Champion, alongside Troy Voodoo. Sent back into the ring as Bjorn at the count of 9. Levi Marta immediately met by Bjorn, back to his feet already, tries for a pendulum backbreaker, gets out of it, just Marta, knee to the midsection. Bjorn, man, just kick, catch a breaker, every single maneuver he attempts. Levi Marta has an answer for it. Forearm smash to the middle of the back, now going to set him into the corner. Cautious approach by Marta. Elbow to the side of the head, and again. Taking Bjorn off his feet. Reese Matthews watching from ringside. The Red Fox. What does he make of his new client so far? Runs right to a European uppercut. Tries for a clothesline. Nice counter by Marta into an STO. And now Marta going to grab Bjorn by the head, trying to smash open that coconut. Let the juices flow. Kick to the gut, tries to throw out a punch to the midsection, but Bjorn with a headbutt, and the Claymore kick! Reese Matthews loves it. 1, 2, 3, and that's all it takes! Wow, Bjorn with one Claymore kick to put down Levi Marta here tonight. Perhaps it is true. Perhaps the Red Fox will lead Bjorn to his destiny. But what about Levi Marta? An impressive showing here tonight, but a tough loss, undoubtedly. It's main event time, it's main event time, it's main event time! Here on Octane episode 32, lads, gents, and the new CMV Global Champion, the 10, yeah baby! Making his way out onto the stage with that championship in hand. At Mob Violence, winning the triple threat match. Beating out Joseph Santos and the Agent to leave as the new global champion. A long time coming, says the Ted. Now that he's got the global championship, his full focus on bringing down Jackson Wright and the company. Here tonight, though, looking to kick off his reign as he goes one-on-one with Jason Spade, guys, who, as we just saw, confrontation with Tailcoat Val. Tailcoat Val telling Jason Spade, your time is coming to an end very soon. But I'll give you the chance to do one thing right. One last act of good. Help Madison in this war against her brother Jackson. Help her. And I will make sure that your end is swift and painless. You have to admit that Ted just looking perfect with that global championship in his hand. It's almost like that championship was made for the Ted. I always turn up for the weekend. And I always turn up for the Ted. Ted looking to turn up here tonight in our main event. Jason Spade been embroiled in this rivalry with Tailcoat Val for months on end at this point. We've rarely seen him on Octane week to week. But here tonight, he can't afford to look past what an opportunity he's being given by Madison. Non-title matchup, but a win for Jason Spade can put him right in line for a shot at that global championship. Our main event on Octane episode 32, non-title matchup as the Ted looks to kick off his reign as CMV Global Champion. Taking on a tough opponent, no doubt about it, in Jason Spade. Been an incredible night so far, my friends. Validation less than 2 weeks away. We already have some major matchups set to take place. Bison, of course, the men's Royal Rumble match winner, will challenge Chris Diamond for the Undisputed World Heavyweight Championship. Ari Lee, the women's Royal Rumble match winner, will challenge Ashley Ray for the Women's World Championship. Tora Troy Evans makes her CMV debut by battling foe Amber Reed. Of course, as we found out earlier tonight, for the first time ever, the women of CMV will compete in a tug-of-war match as Team Ellie Quinn will face off against Team Keo. And I now have the full teams, guys, been made official, set in stone. Team Ellie Quinn going to consist of Miss Magnificent 8 Ellie Quinn, Ashley Riot, Isabella Almas, and Violet Evans. And that stack team will be taking on Team Captain Keo, Maggie Shaw, Nova, and Riley Van Wilson. The women of CMV continuing to make history here this season. And validation, they are gonna go to war. As the Ted dropping Jason Spade out of the hook and ladder response with an enziguri. Does the Outlaw some stomps to the chest and a forearm smash right to the side of the head. Jason Spade now Rev it up for that knee right between the eyes. Takes the Ted out, hooks the leg. Could it be a big win for Jason Spade here tonight? Not yet. As Ted comes back at him with an elbow to the midsection. Cheeky jab. Knife edge chop. Irish whip putting Spade out onto the apron. Ted gonna drop him down to the outside with a drop kick. Cannonball senton, vintage Ted, but Jason Spade was ready for it, able to get up the knees. And speaking of knees, to the chest of the Ted. Championship not on the line here. Former global champion Jason Spade knows that a win. Uranagi onto the barricade. Spade not holding anything back. Ted, though, taking it with a pinch of salt as he throws Spade off to the side, gets back into the ring. And Ted letting everyone know he's A-OK. Spade, though, ain't gonna take that shit talk. Ted Buster! Just like that, Ted Buster lays out Jason Spade. Will it do him in? 1, 2. A 2 count only for the CMV Global Champion. Can't play around with an opponent like Jason Spade, though, and Ted knows it too. Knife edge chop, cheeky jab, and again caught by Spade. Kicks the midsection. Ted now up against the ropes, not where he wants to be. Spade gonna spin around, forearm smash to the middle of the back, and again. Ted dropping down onto the mat, but gets right back up to his feet, runs into a pop-up, knee to the gut, and a kick to the back of the head. Spade now gonna drag Ted away from the ropes. Could potentially be looking for the Collar City Clutch for the global champion. Sensing that it was coming, wanted nothing to do with it. And the TED! TED spells 1, 2. No! The trace eluding Ted. Brings Spade right back up to his feet, though. Gotta stay on top of him like peanut butter on jelly, putting him into the corner. Never know when Ted can try to put you up on the top rope. Look for that super TED. Hobbling out of the corner. Spade fighting back now as he's drifting into the deep end. Axe kick. Spade, desperate here, perhaps gonna take a shot with the Lanzenberg lobotomy. Right into the pin for a huge non-title win here tonight. Jason Spade, no. 2.999. Spade even looking up at Johnson saying, "You sure that was a 2 count?" Back to work on Ted. Another knee. Ted can't let that keep up. Another Ted Buster! Handed him out like candy on Halloween, Bubba. Into the pin. 1, 2. Ted not playing with your boy here tonight, but Jason Spade keeping his head above the water. Ted not beating around the bush with his finger on the trigger, looking for a second TED, countered by Spade. Knee to the chest. Back into the full mount, but Ted able to counter. Couple of forearms for the jar. Ted going after the legs of Spade, able to push him back though. Kick to the chest, gonna keep Ted down, and Spade again gonna look to lock in the Lanzenberg lobotomy, or I should say the Collar City Clutch. He already hit the Lanzenberg lobotomy, softening up to Ted. Collar City Clutch locked in. Collar City Clutch locked in. I can't see what's going on. Ted taps. Ted taps. Ted taps. Jason Spade picking up a massive non-title win here tonight. Ted back to his feet after a tough loss, guys. Not the way he wanted to get his reign started, but, well, still handed the global Wait a minute. Look who it is, the agent, making his way to the ring. The agent is not finished with Ted. He wants his global championship back. Former partners, former best friends, and